everyone. Welcome to Stock Market Today. It's Allie Corman, Ken Shreve here with a breakdown of the action in today's session, where we finally did see that pause that we were anticipating with this strong rally, Ken. And you are on mute, my friend.
I am on mute, but now I am not on mute. Yes, so the Nasdaq, finally this pullback that we had been expecting, enterprise software stocks, semiconductor stocks, solar stocks all week. But we've got three interesting names to talk about. Paychex, Payx, which had a great earnings report. Also Constellation Energy, clean energy firm, in buy range after a breakout from a first stage base. And finally, Aqua Water Technologies gives an early buy signal today.
All right, let's do it. But first, let's check in on those major indexes. So the Nasdaq Composite today down about 1.2%. The S&P 500 down 0.6%. The Dow down just about 0.2%. But small caps taking a big hit today after being up about 2.5% or so in yesterday's session, down some 2.2% today. So giving up a little bit of the strong gain that we saw yesterday for the Nasdaq, Ken, but not unexpected by any means.
Not unexpected, and believe it or not, we got lower volume again. So it was kind of a tough volume comparison to Tuesday because volume was very heavy behind the day's gains. But the selling got pretty intense in the Nasdaq. Make no mistake, it did close near its session low, down more than 1%. We are going to get lower volume, it looks like. But we'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. Obviously, the Nasdaq has performed very well since its March 18th follow-through day, which confirmed a new uptrend. There are just some yellow flags out there that we've been talking about on IBD Live, like why are utility stocks performing so well? Why are the REITs performing so well? Listen, we're in a confirmed uptrend, like I've been saying, until proven otherwise. The gains, the decline today, I should say, came after just a really, really strong run from the bottom. So right. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Now it looks like we are slightly under that early February high of 14,500 or so by just a smidge, but still pretty far above the 10-day moving average. I mean, as of Tuesday's close, we were over 4% above the 10-day line. So definitely time to take a breather here is definitely warranted. Some sort of pause or even a pullback. Investors got to be prepared for that, which is why ramping up exposure, starting to do that on the follow-through day shortly thereafter, instead of waiting until we get to the levels that we've been at this week can be very helpful. So that way, you're not starting a whole bunch of new positions when the market is starting to potentially pull back.
Yeah, I know several peers that have been, scaling back on some positions, taking some profits. I did some of that myself today. But again, this has been just a very powerful move for the Nasdaq. So a little sideways movement from here. I mean, just looking at the chart, coming back down to the 14,000 level would be extreme, but I'm not sure how much damage that would actually do to the chart. It's been such a strong uptrend. So maybe the Nasdaq comes down to its 10-day moving average, just above the 14,000 level, finds support, or maybe it just kind of moves sideways from here below the 200-day line, and eventually getting ready for a possible move above the 200-day. So we haven't been seeing too many down sessions recently. We got one today, but lower volume at least softened the blow a little bit.
Yeah, and if we do see some sort of pause, that actually would be great for a lot of stocks that do track the Nasdaq, in that it'll give them time to form additional buy points, add handles to their bases as well. So we like that because we don't want to be buying stocks that are extended.
It's pretty incredible that we have not seen any distribution days since the follow-through day. I mean, we've gone a fairly long period of time without seeing a higher volume decline, and a distribution day is really just is what we look at as institutional selling in a specific index. So if you get a 1% decline in higher volume, 1.5% decline in higher volume, and we just haven't seen any distribution in the market. So that's definitely a feather in the market's cap right now, and we'll continue to monitor them. And we avoided one again today, so we'll see.
All right, and not too much damage in the Dow today, so let's go there. Still holding above its 200-day line. We also have the S&P 500 we want to keep tabs on. Looks like slightly below that 4,600 level, at least intraday, closed above it by the end of the session. Small caps, as mentioned, a big gain on Tuesday, giving a lot of that back today, but still definitely progress from the lows. And now let's take a look at Paychex, Payx, Ken, in the commercial services outsourcing group. A strong upside reversal on its quarterly earnings report. So a bullish move today in the stock.
Am I?
There we go. You're good
Okay.
now.
All right. This is an example of an outside day, a big percentage gain. You can see the intraday high and low for Paychex today kind of engulfed the prior session there. So this is an outside day. The stock is right at the top of a nice little cup base here. Clearly a stock that's under accumulation. The earnings and sales were very good, and Paychex, which is provider of human resource outsourcing services, payroll, and the like. But this is great earnings report, and also raised earnings and sales guidance for its current fiscal year. So investors responded positively here, and this is just an example of just really a perfect looking cup base. Now, do you buy it up here after it's up so big today and it's been rallying? I know probably a lot of people would say, well, let's just see how it can handle itself from here. It's right at the top of this base. Maybe it'll drift lower. Maybe one little last shakeout before a meaningful upside breakout. But breakouts need a really healthy market working in their favor, and we're still in a pretty healthy market. We're not going to get all freaked out just because of one harsh down day for the Nasdaq, but the market health continues to be healthy. Paychex could yield a upside breakout here.
All right, and let's take a look at Constellation Energy, not Constellation Brands.
No.
We're looking at Constellation Energy. Looks like it's got a breakout here from a cup with handle, that RS line blue dot, pivoting on over to that daily chart here. So definitely some recent strength for this new to me name, at least.
Yeah, I mean, how many charts do you see like this one in this market? First of all, very few. I mean, the IPO market's been pretty dead for a little while now, but this is a classic first stage base, pretty clear, identifiable pivot point here. So, and you can see it's right at the top of that, very close to the top of the 5% buy zone. Doesn't feel like you'd be chasing it here, even when you go back to the weekly chart. This is just an early breakout from a first stage base. Constellation Energy is basically a clean energy company. They're focused on carbon-free electricity, I believe, but clean energy and good revenue growth in recent quarters. And just like the look of the chart here, could be in the early stages of a move.
Okay, definitely a new name to watch there. And let's also take a look at Aqua, AQUA. This is one that you reviewed on IUD Live this morning, Ken. And impressive action by the end of the day, closing strongly up over 3%. Some nice volume behind the move as well. And this pollution control group, not one that we talk about very often, but it has been coming up on our screens in recent weeks.
Yeah, and you got a buy signal today. I think it's still kind of in this big, long 19-week consolidation. But if you start a trend line, there, or you can even go to the left side high, and there you go. So this is what it looks like when a stock kind of breaks out of a downtrend, when it's still in a base or in a consolidation. Good volume today, so this one looks actionable to me. Not an entirely exciting industry here in water treatment solutions, but you've got nice annual earnings estimates, and earnings and sales has ramped up in recent quarters. So probably a name to do a little more work and research on, but technically a good bullish move today, and look at this one as actionable as well.
All right. Yes, a strong technical action indeed. All right, Ken. Thanks so much for your insights today and for everyone for tuning in. We will, of course, be back with more tomorrow morning on IBD Live. So make sure you join us, investors.com/IBD Live for all the details. We'll see you then, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow after the close.